Hey there, everybody. It is Leland the Realtor, and today is your monthly market update. We are going to cover the entire month of September in this video, which should be very informative. So overall, again, we are seeing the market explode like it has never exploded before. We are seeing more and more buyers being interested and fewer sellers wanting to sell their home for several reasons. One, if they sell their home, they are going to have a hard time finding a new home that matches their needs unless they are looking for their forever home. And another reason a lot of sellers are not wanting to sell is because they are still worried about COVID and having people coming into their home and potentially putting them at risk for getting the infection. So be aware that that is something that is still affecting why sellers want to sell. We have also been seeing rental rates go up and up and up. We know that rents are not regulated by any third party for the most part and are pretty much regulated by the market. So a lot of the times you'll see rents go up before you'll see home prices go up. And there was a survey that was completed that showed a one-bedroom apartment in Albuquerque has gone up 24% in average rental rate. So this is an explosion in how much rents have been going up. And as more and more sophisticated buyers and investors come into Albuquerque in New Mexico, I will expect that to continue to go up. Now, on the good news end of the spectrum is that we do expect interest rates to stay incredibly low for an extended period of time, several years. They do not want us to slip into a major recession, and because of that, the LIBOR rate is staying low, the 10-year Treasury yield is staying very low, and of course, interest rates from the Federal Reserve, which don't directly affect mortgage rates but do have an indirect effect, are near or at zero because they, again, don't want us to go into a recession. They want to make money as cheap as possible. They want inflation to occur, and what we're seeing is that inflation is not hitting the target goal of 2% like we are hoping it to. Now, all that being said, our first item, as always, is what is going on with sellers in the market today. Well, we saw 2,146 new listings come on in the month of September. This is a 500 home drop from last month's 2,624. So that is a very significant drop in the number of sellers wanting to sell their homes. We expect, since winter is coming, that that number will continue to decrease because on average, winter is slower than in summer or warmer months. We also saw 521 homes come back onto the market after their contracts were terminated, which is slightly down from last month's 585 homes. Now, our second item, which is what are buyers doing in today's market? Well, we saw 2,082 homes go under contract this last month. Now, that is, again, a sharp decrease from last month's 2,663 homes. And in fact, an even bigger drop in the number of actual pendings than new listings. So we saw a significant decrease in buyer activity, but because people are pulling their homes off the market, whether it's because they aren't selling and they've expired, whether they've wanted to cancel the listing and keep their home, or maybe temporarily withdraw it, we still saw a decrease in inventory from 1,516 at the beginning of September to 1,482 at the end. So it isn't a substantial decrease in inventory, but it is significant enough, and it dropped us into the 1,400 homes, which I, again, still didn't think would ever happen. Now, when compared to last month, we saw 1,613 homes available in the beginning of August, and it ended at 1,516, which is what September started out on. So in the last 2 months, we've seen over 130 home decrease in availability. Now, our third item, which is what is going on in the market right now. Well, as I mentioned earlier, we did see an inventory drop into the 1,400s. It is critically low. We need that number to be in the 3,000, 4,000, and 5,000 range in order to be meeting the demands that we are expecting of buyers. Now, I also pulled up the number of homes that sold over listing, and that was 29% of homes that listed their homes sold over their asking price. Now, I expect the number of over list price sales to actually go down over time. And the reason why I expect them to go down is because inventories are so low that people are just throwing numbers at homes. And when they put their homes on the market, they are putting them up substantially higher than they normally would be. And appraisers need to come up with a value that can be justified to the bank. So overall, we are seeing most homes not appraising for contract values. Now, this could be $1,000 or $2,000 below the contract price, and I've seen as much as $30,000 and $40,000 below contract price. So even though homes are going under contract, I expect a lot of their values to be held down by appraisals. Now, as time does go on, we will see those appraisals catch up to those values. So in the much longer term, I do expect homes to sell substantially over asking, but in the short term, I do expect that number to decrease. Now, in terms of expired listings, these are listings that people were not able to sell, and they weren't able to sell them for one of three reasons. Either the condition wasn't right, the pricing wasn't correct, or they were not marketed appropriately. So we saw 249 homes not sell and expire and come off the market. This number has been trending down as time goes on because there is such a strong demand for housing. So I hope you found this information useful. If you did, please share it with your family and friends. If you aren't following me on any social medias, please do. I am at Leland the Realtor on both Facebook and Instagram, or Leland Locke on TikTok. Again, this is Leland the Realtor. I hope you have a wonderful day.